What it is, what it do, cyber world. It is your girl, the one, the only, Ash Said It. AshSaidIt.com, AshSaidIt.com. Welcome to the Ash Said It Daily Podcast Show. I appreciate you guys so very much. Over 1,500 episodes and 500,000 streams worldwide. None of this would be possible without you guys, so I thank you so much. And yes, we're still dealing with COVID-19 and then living in this pandemic type of life. So I brought with us today master craftswoman and innovator herself, the lovely Audrey Van de Castle. Hey, Audrey.
Hey, Ash.
How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. You know, woke up to a little bit chillier weather than usual, but that's to be expected.
A little bit colder. Yep.
A little bit colder. So, what part of the country are you at right now, Audrey?
I am in Baltimore.
Oh, wow. Oh, you guys are getting it before we do. I'm in Georgia. So, it might be a little bit colder.
We'll send some of it down there.
Yeah. I know, I'm complaining. It's like 46 right now. I'm like, don't love it. But you guys are probably having more severe weather, I would imagine.
Yeah, a little bit colder up here.
Gotcha. All right, Audrey. So, how did you start working with machines and in-home improvement projects? How did that even come about?
Yeah, that's a good question. You know, I kind of grew up around tools. So, one of my earliest memories, I think, was me holding a hammer in my hand. Not that I knew what I was doing with it, or that I could even do anything with it, but I've always grown up around tools. My dad was in construction. He had a home renovation business, so I was always comfortable around tools. And then, when I went to college, I studied sculpture there, so I learned a lot of different techniques and machines and equipment there. And then for Stanley Black Decker, I actually run our Makerspace. So I get to play with tools all day long. It's awesome.
Awesome. So now that we're still in the midst of this pandemic, and it will hopefully be coming to some kind of still stop soon, but what are some good projects that people can take on right now?
Yeah, I think it depends on the level of DIYer that you are. So I'll give you a couple different levels, right? A really great, straightforward project would be something like painting your walls, right? It's not too much skill needed there. It's pretty straightforward. You don't need many specialized tools, but it can really go a long way to change the look and the feel of your space, right?
Gotcha.
Another slightly more advanced project I would say to do is something like hanging shelves. Reorganize your space, add some shelves to your space, declutter that closet. It's about to be the new year. And then, a slightly more advanced, I would say something like swapping out your light fixtures. It seems intimidating, but once you kind of get a couple DIY projects under your belt, you'll see that you really get that confidence. And stuff, you get more ideas, right? So something like a light fixture, if you're a beginner, might seem a little bit scary, but it's actually really approachable and fairly straightforward to do. As long as you're being safe about it, keep your breaker box turned off. But a new light fixture can really go a long way to change how your space feels.
Okay, all right, that doesn't sound intimidating at all. I think I can deal with a new light fixture. That's not too crazy. It's not too out there. Okay, dealable.
It's not too crazy. Yeah, it's a good one.
Yeah. So, what are some of your favorite tools, and why should people have them in their home?
Yeah, I think that there's so many tools that you can have, so it's really easy to be like, well, what tool do I need to get, right? And I think that there's a couple kind of core tools that you can do a whole lot with when it comes to DIY and home projects. Right. So the first one would be a cordless drill, right? There's so many things you can do with a cordless drill, and it's going to make your life so much easier, right? Whether you're assembling furniture or hanging picture frames with stuff in your studs. Yeah. And along that line, you might want a stud finder, right? So a stud finder is really going to level up your DIY game because you'll be able to mount your TVs to the wall. You'll be able to hang those shelves in your closet and put heavy stuff on them. So a drill and a stud finder go together really well and are pretty core DIY tools, I'd say. And then, the last one I'll throw in there is a sander. There's a lot of fun you can get into with a sander. If you're refinishing furniture, you're painting furniture, a sander can really help ease that process and make your life a lot easier. So, a drill, a stud finder, and a sander, you're setting yourself up for a lot of fun DIY projects.
Gotcha. Okay. So now that we're in much of a digital virtual era, everybody is like tuned to like Google and of course YouTube and looking and getting all kind of interesting ideas, Audrey. But what advice would you give to someone that's new to DIY?
Yeah, if you're new to DIY, I think come in with an idea. If you have a project you want to work on, or even if you don't have a project you want to work on, look for inspiration and jump into it. You learn by doing. And like I said, right, once you get a couple projects under your belt, it becomes a lot easier, and you see the confidence of, I did that, I finished that project, right. I'm going to do more, and you're going to start seeing more and more DIY projects. And if you're looking for a place to find ideas, certainly you can go on social media. You can also go to press.craftsman.com. Mm-hmm. You can see how-to videos, tutorial videos, and some inspiration for projects there as well.
Awesome. Audrey, it's been a pleasure having you on the channel with us today. We appreciate you. Let everyone know the best way to if they need to get in contact with you on social media. What's the best way to follow you?
Yeah, so definitely check out Craftsman. So that's our social media tags everywhere. Okay. Again, press.craftsman.com. And if you are doing home projects, we definitely want to see them. So use the hashtag #BuiltAtHome on any of your social media channels so that we can see what DIY projects you're working on.
All right. Sounds like a bet. Thanks so much. And definitely appreciate each and every one of you guys. Thank you so much for your love and support. Keeping in mind, anyone to tell you that you can't do what you want to do, you look them square in the face, you tell them, don't believe me, just watch. Watch what I do. Watch me make it happen. Watch me make history. That's what we're doing this for, the history books. Social media is nice, but real life is so much better. Until next time, you guys.